Hey everybody, welcome back to the second part of my tutorial. I'm Sethum, and in this video I am going to be showing you how to get wyvern eggs safely, how to get that milk safely, and how to kill an alpha wyvern low tech early on in the game. If you haven't seen the first video, I do strongly recommend that you go and check it out, as I will show you how to build this trap that I am going to use. And in this video I am going to use a standard long neck rifle with standard bullets, absolutely standard, and some decent level argents to achieve all that. If you do find yourself liking this video, don't forget to show your support by smashing that like button and subscribing if you're new to the channel. Also, if there are other things that you would like me to make tutorials on or find solutions for, don't forget to let me know down in the comment section and I will get on it. I will try my best to find the best solution for you guys to help you out. And why not just leave your thoughts and opinions on this video. As you can clearly see, the argents that I'm going to be using in this tutorial are bog standard argents, have nothing special about them. I tamed them out at level 120 both, and they got to 180, so they're absolutely normal standard argents that anybody can get on scorched earth. I'm not going to use tape jars, I'm not going to use Pteranodons, I'm just going to use what any normal player would be able to tame and show you guys how easy it is to get those things. A very important note here is that on your argent you will want to pump stamina and health. You will need quite a bit of health as your argent will get quite a few hits. I recommend around 1500 stamina and around 5000 health. When you get to the scar, the first place you'll want to have a look for wyvern nests is underneath these land bridges, as that is where I've noticed they tend to spawn most often. Now, if you do see a nest but no egg in it, I do recommend trying to get a closer look, as sometimes a nest will spawn but the egg is out of render range. And additionally, if this is the first wyvern that you will be raising, I then suggest not being picky and getting a low level wyvern. I suggest maybe a level 30 egg and upwards if you can, as you can turn this into a working wyvern which you can use to steal eggs in the future by pumping health and stamina. As I was saying before about the nest spawning in and the eggs being out of render distance, below me there is a nest and from a distance it looks empty. However, when I do get close to it, you will see that there is an egg. Right about now you should be able to start seeing the egg, so it's time to get to the first phase of our plan, which consists of clearing out this area of wyverns by pulling wyverns into our trap one at a time and then killing them. So at this point you will want to be very aware of your surroundings and make sure you see all the wyverns if you can see them, so look carefully, and if you see wyverns flying above the scar, then start off with those, as when you do grab the egg those will also aggro onto you. So you want to start clearing those out first, then working your way down into the scar. Before you start pulling by shooting at them, you will want to make sure that you have a decent distance between yourself and the wyvern, as this will give you some time before it catches up with you. Once you've hit the wyvern, you will want to quickly run to your argent, mount it, and sprint to your trap. Ideally, you want to go into the trap perpendicularly at a 90-degree angle with the trap if you can, but because I'm confident in my skills, I am going to go at a big angle in there and lure it in, and I'll show you guys how efficient this trap and technique is. Once the wyvern has followed you into the trap, go and land on your platform, dismount, and start shooting at it. You'll want to make sure that you have a few long neck rifles with you or some place to repair them, and a decent amount of ammo, as the higher the level the wyverns will be, the more shots it'll take to kill them. Also, additionally, if your argent has taken damage on the pull, you will want to make sure it is fully healed before you go on to the next pull, as this will constitute a great advantage when you do get hit by one or multiple wyverns, increasing your ability and survivability to get to the trap. as you've just seen here, once the wyvern is in the trap, it can't get back out. It doesn't take that many hits from a standard long neck rifle. And when we're finished with the first wyvern, we'll go in and pull the next one and just keep repeating this until the area with the nest is as clear as can be. You'll want to make sure that you pull in every single wyvern one at a time until you cannot see any other wyverns, because sometimes they tend to be quite sneaky and hide around cliffs, and when you do take the egg, you don't want to have very many wyverns on you because they do a lot of damage, and there will be a good chance that you won't survive it if you have a large pack of wyverns following you. Now that I've cleared the area out of all the wyverns, I'm going to go and take that egg. I'm not going to be picky because I want this wyvern, and once I have this wyvern, I can then start getting eggs a lot easier. And as you can see, I've still missed a wyvern out. Now, I was very, very cautious, killed everything I could, but there is still one following me, which demonstrates exactly what I said before. If you find yourself in this position being chased by a wyvern or multiple wyverns, don't panic, just do what you've done before tons of times and lead it into the trap, and then obviously kill it or kill them. I strongly suggest killing it even though it is in the trap, as I have noticed a bit of a glitch in that when I do fly out of render distance, the trap starts to de-render, but the wyvern is still there and will continue to chase me. So just for precautionary measures, kill it. After you've got your egg and have killed the wyvern, I suggest staying away from the scar for about 15 minutes, as you don't want to run the risk of aggroing any more wild wyverns. So try going back to your base around the scar, or just wait here for a while before you fly above the scar. When you do decide to hatch and raise your wyvern, I suggest raising at least 4 wyverns, as every time you tranquilize a female wyvern, it will give you 5 milk, and this means that you can raise multiple wyverns at the same time. And hey, look at the bright side, what's better than 1 wyvern? 4 wyverns. For the purposes of this video, I'm going to go and get another egg, and I'm going to show you guys how easy it is if you do it right. The key factor here is make sure you kill every single wyvern that you can see in the scar before you actually go and get the egg. This way you stand a greater chance of getting to your trap in one piece, even if you are followed by 1 or 2 wyverns that will tend to hide, or you have for some reason missed, which is very often the case. And the last thing you want to do is end up being chased by an entire horde of wyverns, as you won't get very far. And even if you do manage to get to your trap miraculously, there is a good chance that the wyverns will push each other past the shield due to the large hitboxes. So you want to make sure that you don't have that many wyverns following you in, as you stand a greater chance of success. Once you've got all the eggs that you want to hatch and raise, you can then start using this exact same trap to lure in females. Female wyverns will give you 5 milk, which is why I recommend raising at least 4 wyverns at that time, and alpha wyverns will give you a total of 50 milk if I'm not mistaken. When you are collecting milk, don't forget to have preserving salts on yourself and on your dino, as this will extend the duration of the milk. Also, when you are taking your milk back to base, make sure you put it on your dino so it lasts for longer. If you're new to this, it is important to know that female wyverns will only give milk if they've been knocked out and not killed. After taking the milk, you can kill them, whereas the alpha wyverns will give you the 50 milk after they've been killed. With the first batch of wyverns, you can then use those to get eggs a lot easier, and if you're going to use them for that purpose, then I strongly suggest that you invest heavily in stamina and health, as this is what will keep you alive. As you've seen just now, I was very easily able to get an egg and just make a run for it without even having to use a trap. Now that you've got yourself a wyvern, you can become fussy about the eggs that you're going to collect and only go for the high level eggs. And in the case that you don't see any high level eggs, what you can do to help spawn them in is you can take the low level eggs to help spawn in new eggs, hopefully high level eggs. If you do use this method, guys, please do not just drop them randomly around the scar, as they still count as being part of the nest and will only despawn after 2 days. The best way of getting rid of them is by simply eating them, and they provide you with nourishment. And to end this video off, I've pulled in an alpha wyvern into the trap to show you folks that it can be done fairly early on in the game with this trap, an argent and a long neck rifle with this technique. However, be aware that if you are going to pull a wyvern in with an argent, you will need a fairly tanky argent. Well, that is it for this video, folks. I do hope that you have enjoyed it. If you have, don't forget to smash that like button, share this video, and subscribe if you're new. If you have any thoughts on this video, please leave it down in the comment section. And if you want me to make other tutorial videos on other topics and how-tos for this game, again, please leave it down in the comment section, and I will try my best to find the best solution that is the most effective for you guys. And until next time, stay safe.